Buying presents for friends and loved ones over the holiday season can begin to get stressful. You never know what to get someone or how to adequately fill their stockings. And that's why you clicked on this video, the 2023 Mecca Warehouse Gift Guide. Now, I have gone ahead and broken down the possible gifts into 4 different categories based on where that person is in their building journey. That ensures you'll be able to find a gift for someone of any skill level. So let's just jump right into it. First, we should go over some gifts that you could pick up for any non-builders. Any of these would be a fantastic option for those that aren't into the hobby just yet or have no interest in the building but like that finished product. First up are the mobile change Haros, which are a great stocking stuffer. These are little Haros that actually transform into one of 4 mobile suits. We have the RX-78, the Zaku, the Wing Zero, and the Unicorn. These are fantastic little Haros that I love displaying on my desk or right next to my computer. Next up are the Neondum cats from Mega House. These are little cat versions of your favorite Gundam characters that you can either buy in a single blind pack or you can buy the whole collection to get an additional cute little Haro cat. There are options from both the Earth Federation and the Principality of Zeon, so you can start collecting from whichever set you prefer. Another great option to put in those stockings are the Gundam Converge. These are 2-inch tall miniature Gundam figures that are great to display on your desk. Each comes with replaceable accessories as well as a nice little stand for display. These are small, cheap, and there are a ton of options to choose from the GP01 to the GM to the Act Guy. There will almost certainly be a suit for whoever you're buying for. Next up are gifts for beginners. Essentially, this is for anyone that is just dipping their proverbial toes into the hobby or someone you're trying to get into the hobby. A great place to start is any of the entry grade lines. All of these entry grade Gundam kits I would highly recommend and are just fantastic. A bunch of the guys in the warehouse have actually built a bunch of these and have nothing but great things to say about them. There's also entry grade kits for Vegeta and Goku for you Dragon Ball heads, as well as an Izuku Midoriya from My Hero. There are also a bunch of different Kamen Rider kits from different shows if that's what you're into. I would also say that any of the Pokemon kits would also be great for any beginner. They are easy to put together, feature only a few pieces, and the sticker sets aren't super intrusive, I would say. SD kits are also a great way to get into the hobby. I would say look at the SDEX line especially, as those are the simplest to put together and require the least amount of cleanup. You can also pick up a Star Wars kit like this Grogu, who sits on my desk, or one of these miniature ATM-6s from The Last Jedi. To be honest, this is about the only thing I remember from this movie, and I think you know why. Now, if you want to get a little more complicated, then really any of the smaller high grades should do. Some of the newer release high grades also have some really cool features in them that might get people a little more hooked than others. That's why I always recommend the Witch from Mercury line to people just getting into the hobby. Another smart thing to get a beginner is a pair of entry nippers. These are a great improvement on things like wire cutters and nail clippers and make the whole experience of building a whole lot enjoyable. Now moving on to the intermediate gifts. These are gifts for people who have built before but might be looking to get their hands on something a little trickier than your typical high grade kit. The RG line would be a perfect next step as it keeps the same scale as high grades but improves upon posability and detail. The RG Epion recently hit stateside and would be an excellent addition to anyone's collection. Master grades are also a great gift idea for any intermediate builder as it steps up the scale of your build from 1/44th to 1/100th. There are tons of MGs to pick up, from the smaller sized Hyzak, Goof, and GNX to the larger Jagan, Zeong, and even the Sazabi Ver-Ka. We have over 70 different master grade kits in the warehouse, so I'm sure you could find something perfect to give out over the holidays. Another great gift idea would be a lot of the Kodo kits. The frame arm kits offers up some cool mechanized kits that differ a bit in Gundam in their designs, but still appeal to all of our love of big robots, and the frame arm girls are the Mecha Musume version of those giant robots. You could also go ahead and pick up a Zoids kit, as it's a great gift for someone who hasn't built one yet, as they offer a very different build from any other Gundam or large robot series. Another great thing to buy for someone who is already in the hobby is what we like to call consumables. Sanding sticks and sponges of different grits is always a worthwhile gift, as we builders are constantly using them. Consumables could also include things like masking tape, putty, even panel liner, as they will always be a welcomed addition. Lastly, a good pair of nippers is always a good gift for someone who might still be using their entry pair. The God Hand Ultimate 5.0 nipper and the Disc Bay 3.0 nipper are 2 great options for an improved nipper. Personally, I go with the 3.0s, but I know a lot of people stand by their God Hands. The only real difference, I would say, is that price. But what about those people who seem to have every kit they could ever want? Well, for these people, you'll have to go above and beyond when getting them a present. First thing I would look at is the MGEX. This is the cream of the crop when it comes to MGs. This has the most detailed inner frame we have ever seen in an MG, with metallic molding and etching seals, gaps in the armor to show off clear parts, multiple weapons, and a nice little papercraft runner stand. You could also pick up the SD counterpart to the MG SD, which is a little more affordable. You could also pick up something like the PG with a PG Unicorn or a PG Strike Freedom if you really want to challenge them. Mackay or Maschinen Krieger would also be a great gift idea, because this requires a really skilled builder to put these together. Mackay kits contain unpainted plastic and require glue to complete, so these may be a challenge to most Gundam builders, but fun to build nonetheless. If you know they like the Mackay line, then maybe you get them the Paint on Plastic book from Lincoln Wright. It's filled with helpful tips and tricks to achieve correct painting techniques on said Mackay kits. Customization parts are always a good option to get, as you can never have too many, from the 30-minute mission option part sets to the builder parts including thrusters, panels, hands, spikes, and people. Additional customization is always welcomed by us Gunpla builders. Tools would also be a great gift to give during the holidays. Disbay offers a slew of tools that anyone would be happy to have at their crafting table. This parallel scribing tool allows you to get perfectly straight lines without all of the hassle. This automatic parts separator is perfect for anyone who wants to take apart their kits and paint them. These interchangeable fine tip brushes are great for anyone who loves to get the smallest bit of detail, and everybody needs a vise. From the smallest of options like the handheld to the spherical vise, which weighs about 2 metric tons. And if you're really struggling to get that expert build or something, you can always just pick them up a Mecha Warehouse gift card. These are always great ideas, as we're always having sales across the year and might just come in handy one day. So that is your 2023 holiday gift guide. Be sure to be on the lookout for some of those Black Friday deals that we got going on. And let me know down in the comments what you think some of the great options are that I missed. But that's it for this video. I'll see you next time.